Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Welcome to our Goal Achievers Gateway free workshop session where we'll talk about your real path to online success. Your future actually starts here. As you go through this presentation, kindly reach back to whoever gave you the information to ensure that they get you added into our free Facebook lead group. It's called the Goal Achievers Gateway. There's tons of information that's going to be shared in there for both business and personal growth. And as you go through, if at any point you decide to become part of our program, you're going to be added into a larger Facebook group where we are over 247,000 members worldwide. This was actually established in 2016. And we are a world-class training program where there's no monthly fees, and we're actually established to be able to help busy professionals who want to be able to achieve time and financial freedom and extra income in the online space to be able to set up their own businesses. I'll be your host. My name is Georgette Azar. I'm a board certified family nurse practitioner, psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. I'm also a mom and an online business coach. And I do have here with me my co-host, Brenda Siriwa. A little bit about myself. I'm originally from Cameroon, but I'm based in Maryland, USA. I had transitioned from CNA, registered nurse, and now I have two master's degree. One of the things that was really a turning point in my life was when in 2018 I lost my job as an RN, and that was barely 2 weeks after my first daughter was born. It kind of gave me some ideas that it's so risky to rely on one source of income because we never know tomorrow, right? Anything can happen, and that even a job is not guaranteed because that's what happened to me. So as a result of that experience, I started looking for other things to be able to do alongside my job. I have tried other businesses, I've done hair and other things, right? One of the limitations I had was that this is like time consuming, and being a mom, being somebody who works and have other things, like I already have a busy schedule, right? So I really did not have so much time to be able to put in this to be successful. I really was looking for something that was easy, flexible, that I can be able to fit into my already busy schedule. And that's how I came across this business in 2022. And it kind of really checked off the boxes for me because looking at my career, I'm somebody who was very skeptical, and I didn't want anything that's going to jeopardize my license. So I invested in this business because it's tax registered. And right now I'm a certified online business coach, and I coach so many others to set up and run their own businesses. Initially, when I started, it was just myself. My husband was kind of helpful in the back end. However, right now, he has seen how beneficial this business has been, not just to myself, but for our entire family and the earning potential. So he's decided to step forward, and he's like, you know what, we're going to run this business together and build that legacy. So he's now my business partner. So we're doing the business together. And for those who have questions, if people can be able to run this business as a couple, yes, you can successfully run this business as a couple. We do have so many couples running the business together. And this is a business that I would say is not a get rich quick scheme. However, you start the business and you eventually build yourself. So if you're looking for a platform where you can be able to earn 4, 5, 6 figures alongside your job, then I'll say this is the platform for you. If you can see right here, most of us are first ever payday. Some of us were making hundreds of dollars, others thousands of dollars, right? Myself, my first payday was just what, $440. But right now I make over $10,000 in a month, right? And through this business, I've been able to pay off all my credit card debts. That is really something that I cannot really stop to thank God for. It's been a blessing not just to me, but so many other people, just like my business partners right here. And talking about the transparency in this business, right? You hear me talk about tax registered and you're wondering what it's all about. So based on the country where each person is, they get provided a 1099 to file their taxes at the end of the year. Oh, that's for those in USA. For those in Canada, they get T4. Those in other countries, it just varies anyway. So this is my 1099 since I'm the US. In 2023, I made an annual income of 17,669. 2024, I made 51,889. This is income that is totally different from my job. This is from the business only. And I was running this business while still going to school for my second master's degree. So you see the flexibility and the earning potential, right? Imagine living from this to this. In our jobs, how much raise do we get in a year or in 2 years? Barely, right? But in a business, you can eventually grow from one stage to the next, as you can see right here. Now, looking at your mindset, there are some people who have a fixed mindset in that they believe that, oh, they can't change anything. Maybe they failed before, they believe they can't try again because they're not going to succeed. They're just like, they're not willing to change anything or to move forward. However, there are other people who have a growth mindset in that they believe that talents can be developed through practice, that there are other people who are knowledgeable out there and they're willing and open-minded to learn from these people to build their skills to become successful. So if you're that person that you have a fixed mindset, you've gone through a lot before and you're kind of not really willing to open up, I'll encourage you that you just have an open mind as we go through because you just never know if this is the opportunity that you've been looking for. Now, looking at the traditional versus an online business, in a traditional business, right, there's a whole lot of overhead expenses because you need to pay mortgage to keep this location active. You need to be able to buy supplies to stock it in this location for people to come and buy, right? And you need to be physically present in this location for it to be able to operate. And there's no way you can be here and still be at your job at the same time. For those who have traditional businesses, I guess you would tell, right? If you're currently having a traditional business or you've had one in the past, I think you'll be able to tell what I'm explaining right here. Versus an online business, this is how your day to day looks like. You choose your own hours. You can spend an hour or two a day. And because you're your own boss, right? And because it's online, you're able to reach customers from different parts of the world. That is the flexibility that comes with an online business. Now, looking at what does our business model comprise of? Our business model is not an MLM, it's not a pyramid scheme, and we are not a recruitment-based program. We are, however, not focused on selling to family and friends. However, we are an affiliate marketing program with high ticket products from direct sales marketing companies. And we train you to be able to leverage technology and AI to be able to build your own business. I'll say you have about 90% of the work is pretty much done for you, and you just have about 10% to just plug and implement because you're going to have an automated system that's going to be running for you in the background 24/7, which means you can go about your day to day and your business still runs. I'm not saying that you just hop into a business and sleep and income generates overnight, but yet you're going to have a lot of help. You have a funnel system and a website that's going to be built for you by our technical team. You're going to have step-by-step training. You have a mentor and a coach who are there to support you throughout the entire process. This program is definitely for you if you're that person that you want to spend more time with your family. If you're that person that you want more money to do the things that you want in life. If you want to be able to retire early or you want to secure a future for yourself and your family, right? Or maybe you're just that person that you're tired of the 9 to 5, you're tired of the overtime or the double shifts or just the two jobs and you want something else that is flexible, then I'll say this is a good fit for you because this is an automated business system that is ideal for anyone who doesn't have a lot of experience with working online or for themselves because the system is already built, is tested and proven to work. You can actually see from the number of people in our community. How does our program work? So we actually train you by providing you all the tools. You can be able to market the services either on social media platforms. You can market either the products directly or you can market the business model. What do I mean by that? If you maybe you've seen on TikTok, right? On TikTok, some people go wear a dress, they showcase it. They're like, okay, if you're interested, click on the shopping cart and buy. When you click on that shopping cart and buy, that person gets paid a commission. However, you can choose to run this business like that if you want to, but we do have another system where you can run it that way, where you promote the business model. The business model is that there are so many people out there, right, who want to set up their businesses, but they just don't know how to go about it. They don't have access to the right tools. They don't have access to a coach, a mentor, automated system, website, and all that. And then they can come through our program to be able to set up their business because we have everything already built for them. When they come through the program through you to set up their businesses, you get paid because that's how I get paid as well. So if somebody decides to buy in the program, the company, if they're buying products, the company ships the product to the customers and then I get paid. So you see that I don't have to buy the product, stock it in my house to go resell. I don't have to be using my garage as a store, so you're not doing inventory. Now, how do you get paid? You can get paid through checks, you can get paid through direct deposits, through PayPal, depending on your location, right? The most important thing is that you're going to be paid for each and every transaction or services that you provide. This is a business that you don't need any license or experience for those who are asking, because we'll provide you all the training to be able to get your business up and running. And this training is self-paced, so you can do it alongside your job or whatever activity you do. Plus, we do have weekly masterminds, which are all recorded because we have people from different time zones, right? So if you can catch up with a live session, you can always watch the replay. One of the most important thing that will help you set up your business is your zeal. You need to have an open mind to learn, right? And then you need to have a phone, internet, and computer. Why do I say computer? Because there are some programs that can work best on a computer but cannot work on the phone. So that's why. When you officially become a business owner, this is how your training platform is going to look like. It's very extensive and it comes in several languages: English, French, Swahili, all the languages that you can think of. So you can customize it to what suits you best. We train you on how to be able to leverage social media to be able to run your business. Even if you're not good with social media, we also train you on how to be able to run your business using offline marketing, whether it's using business cards or so. You can leverage Facebook, TikTok, Google, YouTube, and all that to market your business. And even myself, who's a coach right now, right? I was actually trained to be a coach. I didn't just become a coach overnight. So that is the benefit of, this business. And even as a coach, I get paid for doing coaching services. So you see that there are different streams of income in this business. Now, who do we partner with in this business? We are actually affiliated with multiple companies that offer a wide range of products and services. One of our leading partners is Enagic. We chose Enagic because it's a 51 years old international company that pays high commission, right? And their products are high commission from that range from hundreds of dollars to about $5,000 per sale. And they operate on direct and indirect sales model where there's no middleman like our job. So you know that in your job, maybe the employer gets their share before they give you your own cut, right? But here you're not having that middleman services. So you're getting your commission straight off from the affiliate companies. That's why the commission is huge. For me, who is a nurse practitioner, I already earn a pretty decent income in my job, right? Six figures. So I was really looking for a business where my one transaction also can give me pretty good income. And that's what I found in this business. And one other thing with Enagic is because it's global. I said it's in 28 countries, 43 locations. So that increases your scope in terms of reaching to customers in different parts of the world. Here are some of the product examples that the companies does carry. I would say one of the most powerful product is this Kangen machine. This one is where instead of customers buying water from the store, they can actually get a machine like this, hook it up in their kitchen. It converts their water into different pH, right? They want to drink, they want to clean, they want to cook, even beauty water for skin conditions, right? So you see that it makes it easier for people. They also have other products that helps with environmental, harmonization, like, especially those suffering with allergies and all that. Then this other product like MGuard, it helps to reduce the amount of electromagnetic waves that is being emitted from our electronic devices. They also have the Kangen beef, and these are from cattle that were raised with Kangen water. Can you imagine that? Not only that, they have tea, soap, turmeric, tea, soap, vitamins, and all that. There are so many other products which you're going to get access to that when you register with the refundable fee of 149 US dollars. When you register with that 149, we're going to unlock you another video. It's called pre-coaching video. It will go into more details on the different products, the prices, how everything works, and you have 30 days to be able to go through to decide if it's for you or not. If you go through and decide that it's for you, you get on a one-to-one coaching call with me. We're going to talk and figure out the best strategies to set up your business. However, if you go through and you find out that it's not for you, no big deal. Just let us know within that 30 days, we get your refund. Your 149 is fully refunded back to you. One thing I'll emphasize on is that these are high quality medical grade products that are both for home use and industrial use. And some people kind of ask, is 149 the only investment? I would say no, this is a legitimate business, right? This is a business that you're able to earn 4, 5, 6 figures. So obviously there's investment. Now, in terms of the investment, what is that? So when you register with the 149, you have to go through the videos, right? Your recommendation is that you have to choose at least one of the products that the company carries to purchase that for yourself. You're not buying that product to sell. You get that for yourself. It gives you access to your business ID or your distributor ID. Once you have the ID, you are going to go forward now to unlock your training to get you up and running for your business. That's pretty much how it works. So the only other investment is getting a product for yourself. And I would say it's a win-win, because imagine you're using something for yourself and then it gives you access to run a business, and then you're able to earn that much from the comfort of where? Your home. So it's really a big deal. But just remember that we have a 30 days money back guarantee. Okay. Now, most of those things that you've seen me showcase, you could do this on your own, except for two major problems, right? It will take you countless hours to be able to learn how to get this started. Plus, it will cost you some serious cash to get this up and running or to get it tested, because you may have to go pay somebody for mentorship, pay another person for coaching services, pay somebody for website, funnel system, automate. You see that you're going to be going back and forth paying for a lot of services instead of coming to a place where everything is already in one place, where you just kind of plug in and you're ready to go. Plus, in our program, like I said, you don't need any certification, you don't need any experience, you don't need any technical skills. Just come in with your zeal to learn and you'll be able to successfully run this business. Now, before I round up, I just want you to kind of look at the quadrant where you fall in life. Most of us were employees, right? And as an employee, you work so much while someone else benefits from you, and then they pay you less because you're doing more of the services, but they're getting the highest cut. However, you have other people who are self-employed. Self-employed means they own a job. Say, for example, somebody who owns a private practice, right? Like a clinic, or beauty supply or whatever. They are the only person in that environment, right? Which means they have to work so hard alone to be able to make profit. Which means if they're not there, that business is not going to be operational. Which means you have to constantly be there to keep that business up and running. So you have to work extremely hard. Versus a business owner, which is the quadrant where most of us who are business owners we fall in, we learn to build a system that works for us while we go about with our day-to-day activities, like the system that we already have, right? Now, as business owners, the potential for you to become an investor is so high because you can later receive your profits from your business, right? And reinvest them in other aspects where money can continuously grow for you, like getting real estate and all that. That's what a lot of people do. So it's all about, I'll say, working smart and not harder. And what I'll tell anybody that if you've watched this to this point is that, trust me, if this business was not working, I will not be here for 3 years. I'm a nurse practitioner, right? If this business was not working, my husband would not even join me at this point in my business for us to continuously grow the legacy for our family. So that being said, I encourage you to kind of listen to my co-host Brenda as she explains further. And after that, take that next step, right? Register with the 149, watch the pre-coaching videos and get on a one-to-one call with me. Let's figure out on how to get your business launched. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on the other side.
American dreams. In less than no time. They go on vacation and they come back to checks that is worth someone's annual income, worth people's like 2 years income. And here you have another business partner. Just in 1 month, she received another income. And she was asking this question: what if? What if she had all these questions? What if she listened to all of these things? She said, people always have excuses. People always have the excuses not to join this business, but it's now all left to you because you have skeptical spouses. If you are willing to join, your spouse will be skeptical. And that's definitely not a reason for you to pull back, right? It all depends on your why. If some people say, oh, I'm not a social media person. No, myself sitting here, I was never a social media person. I used to go on social media to have fun. I could go 2 years without posting anything on social media. But today, I just learned. I came in with an open mind, willing to learn. And that's how today I am able to run this business right from the comfort of my home, putting away all the overtime I used to take as a healthcare worker. And today I'm focused on my children and building a legacy for them. So the question comes back to you. Are you ready? Are you ready to come out of your comfort zone? I was able to leave my comfort zone and join this business, despite the fact that I was never a social media person, despite the fact that I was never an outgoing person. I never used to do presentations. Today I'm doing presentations and I'm talking to people. Why? Because I had a reason why I joined this business. I was tired of my traditional paycheck to paycheck. I wanted to live a life that I'll be able to leave something for my children, or even have something right now that I can live and enjoy life with my children? Do you want to do things differently for yourself? If you're ready to do that, we start our business with $149, a one-time payment that is 30 days money guarantee. If you join and you're like, no, this is not for me, just request for a refund, no questions asked, and your money will be deposited back to you. Here you will see someone who requested for a refund, and you see, yes, the money was refunded to them. And this is just to show you the transparency in this business. There is no tricks, no hidden things in this business. And our sister was refunded, and she was so surprised and happy that she had to come back and testify, just to tell you that in this business, we do what we say. So what's the next step? Complete this video and you go request to be added to our Goal Achievers Gateway Facebook group, where you get inspirations from different business owners who will come in and share some of their testimonies and other trainings that we have here. Connect with your mentor, and you don't be afraid to register. $149 is money that you will get back if you don't want to continue the business. So connect with your mentor and start the business with all confidence. You will unlock the full business information, the name. We have given you the name already. You'll see the other products and other companies that we do business with, and you'll be able to assess the whole thing for yourself and make an informed decision based on what you have seen after you pay your $149. And once that's done and you're ready to kick off your business, you just request for your coaching call, and then you'll be able to launch your business, and hoping to see you as a business partner. So I just want to thank you. We just want to thank you for going through this video. And all you need is just an open mind, a coachable mind, and you will be able to pull through this business because you will have a lot of support from us. Our business trainings are very simplified, very easy for you to understand. So let's switch things up for you and you'll become whatever you want to be. Thank you so much, and hope to see you in the inside.
Wow, thank you so much, Sister Brenda, for that presentation. That was mind-blowing. So for all of you who have just come to this, I hope that you take that next step, register, and I look forward to meeting you on the other side for our one-to-one coaching call session. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Leilani, and I live in North Texas. I started working online because of a workshop I watched back in December of 2019. And I am thrilled to be sharing how this has become life-changing for me and my family. Well, I'm recently retired from mortgage banking, and while only working this part-time, it's allowed me to gain financial freedom, and I am very passionate about helping others to achieve the same blessings. I didn't even have to be tech savvy when I started my online business because I learned everything through a step-by-step system. This was exactly what I was searching for because of all the support and resources we have to maintain our online business. And you just can't beat working from any location. Yes, my husband was skeptical at first, but then he quickly witnessed how this has transformed our lives in so many ways. I'm receiving checks in my mailbox, oftentimes when I don't expect them. And sometimes 4 to 5 all in one day. And I'm talking about large amounts. I'm getting income I never imagined. Last month, I had over $5,000 in earnings, and I know that more checks are on their way. This is pretty incredible for part-time income. This business has allowed us to plan for our retirement, travel more, and we are finally able to do things without worrying about money. So I encourage you not to wait to do this for your family. Talk to your coach so you can get started today and begin reaping the same rewards like time, family, and financial freedom.
Hi, I'm Karen, and this is my husband, Chris.
Hi.
We live in Okotoks, Alberta, Canada. Yeah, I was a Calgary firefighter, and Karen was vice principal in a Catholic elementary school for many years. And we started this journey back in 2017.
We were in our late 50s. We had just built this beautiful home, and we were working full time. And we just wanted this as a side hustle. We wanted $2,000 a month is what we were striving for. But after doing this for a year, I ended up retiring early. After our second year, Chris took a year's leave of absence from the fire department, and then he retired as well. So here we are, the last 5 years working full-time online, and it has replaced both of our incomes.
We travel a ton because it's a digital business. It allows us to do that. Of course, you got to earn in order to be able to do that, and we are. And you know, one of our biggest days, particularly memorable, was when we made over $45,000 in one day. It sounds ridiculous. In some ways, it kind of is, but it's pretty cool to be working a business that is so lucrative.
Yeah.
You know, and we're not the only ones. I mean, you see lots of these different testimonials here that people talking about the big income that they're earning, and that's because they're just following this proven system.
And the money is great. And I guess we are kind of reluctant to give numbers per se.
Yeah.
Because it's what the money what we've been able to do with the money.
Yeah.
Like travel. We spoil our 3 adult children and our grandchildren. But the most important thing is we have our time.
Yeah.
We enjoy our beautiful home. We're just average folk. I'm a Saskatchewan farm girl.
Don't hold that against her.
And here we are. So we've got so many people now that have been following us for the last 7 years and are reaching out and saying, okay, we want to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to do what we're doing, you have to do what we did.
And we'll show you.
Yeah. And let's take action.
Yeah.
Just take action.
Thanks for watching.
So, ciao.